All right, welcome to the Junction. Of course, you rock with DJ Rome, and I have the Love King, the DMV native, my man Raheem Devaughn. How are you, man?
Bless. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing well, doing well. You know, I'm above ground. I don't have COVID, so I'm good.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yes, sir. So, quick question. You
Uh,
know, I really love that song Marvin used to say. So, what
uh,
was the impetus behind that?
I wanted to have something that spoke to right now. I feel like that's expected of me from, when the world is going through trying times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no stranger to making socially conscious music, whether it be with DJ Jazzy Jeff or Kenny Dope or, some of my earlier independent release stuff with Urban Ave 31 or Crossroads, as well as, my Love and War Masterpiece album. So I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to put out a record. I knew if I put out an album right now, some of the content needs to be socially conscious and politically aware. You know what I'm saying, in terms of the message.
Right.
And I always wanted, I have other records where I've mentioned Marvin, but this one is like it's like a record that's kind of like an old tribute to him at the same time. So I get to kill two birds with one stone.
That's awesome. Yeah, and also like the fact that you mentioned so many of the social activists that are out now, Tamika Mallory, Rashad Robinson, and others. Like, was that your way just to give these men and women their flowers now and immortalize them?
Yeah, it's a time capsule thing for history.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you're in a new millennial civil rights movement all over again. You know what I'm saying? So whether people know it or not, some of the names that I mentioned. There are other names on the extended version, and a slew of other people that aren't mentioned on the day to day. They are the leaders and the bright, brilliant minds and freedom fighters of this generation.
Right. Yeah, and it was so good just to see that and actually have that, on record. So yeah, that was definitely dope.
Yeah.
So like where do you like draw your inspiration when you hit the stage? Like where does that inspiration come from?
The inspiration when I hit the stage, it comes from within. I mean, of course, I feed off the energy of the audience. Nowadays, it's a different vibe. You got to dig deep within. When you're doing the online tapings, it's a whole nother energy and channeling the energy that you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing that. It's kind of like a practice. I did like I've done 12 hours of content over the last 48 hours
Wow.
online stuff that I'm preparing, for the winter, and we don't know how long COVID is going to be going on. So, in hopes that I can still work virtually and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an independent artist, so at the end of the day, I got to keep things moving. You know what I mean?
Right.
And find innovative ways to entertain. You know what I mean?
Right. So
Forward.
if somebody wanted to, I mean, have you had that set up already in terms of the virtual concert? Like how would someone be
Yeah.
able to find out?
I was doing some stuff early. As soon as COVID hit, I did about maybe 4 or 5 online concerts that I did myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, um, Straight out of the crib. You know what I mean? And each time they got better and better in terms of like the look, the quality. You know what I mean? It was a
Right.
struggle. First one, like what I'm about to do, like
Mm-hmm.
the next one or Unleash on the World is like night and day. Like, but that's how it works. You just, you push through, and then certain opportunities present themselves, and you're able to, manifest it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel you.
Yeah.
So you about to release your 8th studio album, What a Time to Be in Love, November 20th.
Yeah.
So what are some of the subject matters you discuss on the album?
I mean, of course, as Marvin used to say, there's a record called Lord Help Me, which is like a ghetto, like a hymn. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And the rest of the records, man, be honest with you, is for intimacy and slow jam after slow jam. You know?
Ah, shucks. So that leads me to another question. So somebody who made so many dope slow jams over the course of, many years, like how does it feel when you know somebody is going to be making love to your music?
Awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I test it out, make sure it works. You know,
Okay.
for service, I give it that grade A stamp.
I
You know,
got you.
it working for me, it ain't gonna work for them. You know,
I
so at
feel
some
you.
point, test it out. You know,
Right, right. Definitely feel you on that. All right.
yeah. But it's a
Well,
good feeling. It's a humbling feeling. You know,
uh-huh.
to know kids out there that were conceived to my music. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Right.
pretty happy. Really think about it. Like that's like that's some pretty dope.
All right.
You make a song, you channel this energy, you make this song, and it injects love and intimacy into the world, and especially when it pans out how it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Now
Right.
they end up being together 30, 40 years. They had kids. Like I know one family, man. They got multiple kids. They have multiple kids to. They're like adults now. Like she still had me do like she's bought a couple of birthday greetings during COVID. I can't
Mm-hmm.
just the name, the family name, or whatever. But it's crazy. They come out. The entire family comes out to the show.
Oh,
Her and
wow.
5 kids. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Did she name any of the kids after you?
Nah, none of it. Hey, there's some of that too. You know.
All right.
It's definitely some kids out there that I've been told of and named after me. Fans and the meet and greet and stuff like that. Or they brought the baby, had me come take a picture with the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Like baby here because of you. That her and the husband. You know what I mean? So it's cool, man. Like it's humbling. I never really thought about it till you just mentioned it. It's like wow, people
Right.
actually make. They don't just I guess fornicate or it's just like sex without emotion. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like people out there making real opening up portals like
All right.
to, to, to the music. That's pretty heavy.
That is, man. That is. And it's a testament to the music that you make too.
Yeah, I
You know.
suppose so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, like, in your opinion, like, what's your take on the state of R&B music right now?
I think R&B in a really dope place, man. My biggest challenge is keeping up with all the new artists. There's so many of them.
Right.
Platforms like Spotify in particular, SoundCloud. They make it. They provide really dope opportunities where anybody can be an artist now, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's cool. Like, yeah, it's so much music out there.
Right.
Um, yeah, I just try to discover it. Um, keep some new millennials in my circle that can put me on to things.
Right. Now,
And
now, is there anyone you're listening to now?
not right now because I'm finishing up. I'm like right now. No. I do my due diligence when I'm curating my playlists and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been working on some other projects, so I've been really having like tunnel vision on that. If that makes sense.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, it's a lot of dope new artists, man. They killing it right now. I don't want to say anybody specifically, but
Okay.
yeah, it's some dope vibes out there right now.
Right. Cool, man. So, I'm a big fan of Crossroads. You and Wes Felton. I went to one of your concerts that y'all had at Bowie State University. So, yeah. So, anytime in particular, y'all coming back together to release another
Yeah,
album?
yeah, yeah. Me and Wes, we locked in for life, man.
Mhm.
COVID kind of put a dent in some of the plans I had for us. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um, Wes is more of the creative, and I'm more like the business guy of the
Mhm.
two. You know what I'm saying? We come together, so it'd be about timelines and going in and we had to make sure damn near project every week. You know what I mean? He been getting it in. You
Right.
know. And you know, I've been grinding too. So, but yeah, once this is out, there's a couple of things I'm trying to have wrapped up before the new year. We definitely been in talks about, you know, locking in, and we got some stuff already in the can too that's already recorded.
Okay.
That it's like, you know, when we make music together, and I hope that it's my goal when I make music, whenever it's like it's timeless. So it doesn't matter when it comes out. If that makes sense.
Right.
Like I got certain records that matter. Like some of the stuff's over before it's time. In my opinion, it don't even matter. You know.
Right. Right. That's dope. Okay. I'm looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to the next album.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
So also, you know, I listened to this track called Secret Garden. Of course, you know, the Quincy Jones, it was on Quincy Jones' classic album, you know, and you teamed
Yeah.
up with Sean Stockton, Cisco, and Omar Wilson. So how did that whole thing came about?
Well, that's Omar's record.
Okay.
Me and Omar befriended another a few years back at the Image Awards, and then you know, myself and we kept in touch. And then the cat that owns the label where he's at, you know, reached out. His name's Lou, and Lou been really, really good. You know, I like the fact that, you know, the label that Omar's on is a black owned, so I'm gonna always support my brothers. Just, you know what I'm saying, sisters. Is like, you know, entrepreneurship of having your own, especially like your own label. You know.
Right.
So yeah, we just clicked like that. Lou reached out. And, you know, we got the business done, and he asked my opinion, you know, what I thought, would I be down to do it? And I said, for sure. We whipped it together. We actually just shot the video quietly.
Oh, word. Okay. Okay.
In LA. Yeah, we had to pull up. It was, you know, it was one of those pull up, get a rapid COVID test situation.
Right.
Whoever was there on location and everything. And it went very well.
Okay.
It went very, very well, man. I can't wait to see the finished product. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then
Right.
it was surreal for me, man. Like, you know, I came out way after like acts like Drew Hill and Boys to Men, you know what I'm saying? But to be able to I was trying not to I be having moments where I want to have fan moments, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Cisco is a bona fide superstar.
Right.
And like from Baltimore, and I know how hard it is to come out of Baltimore. I know what that's like. You know, so I spent time in Baltimore, so I know it's rough out there.
Right.
You know
Right. Mm-hmm.
Be able to Sean coming out of Philly.
Right.
Man, he was part of one of the biggest selling groups in black music.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
And for them giving me my roses, and then I can only imagine how Omar feel. You know what I mean? Me being who I am, and him being an artist and coming out the gate and being able to hold his own and whatever. Like that ain't nothing but God and universe, man. Like, so yeah, I can't wait to see what else he does. I'm actually I'm about to just trying to get through the week. I'm about to start working on some records for him, for Omar as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think he's phenomenal.
Right.
Talent. He has a texture and tone. It's like his. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. Y'all two pairing together on another record. That'd be dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So also you have a nonprofit called LoveLife Foundation.
Yes, the LoveLife Foundation.
Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit more about the foundation?
Yeah. We've been in existence for some years now. You know, we approaching our first decade. Not quite there yet, but we're approaching it. And so far, we've done many initiatives to feed the homeless. We've done many initiatives to fight domestic violence. We've done many initiatives. We've raised a lot of money to send college students off to school, paying for their books and supplies. It's called the Textbook Scholarship Fund. We had a partnership for a few years with the AHF, which is the AIDS Healthcare Foundation. Did annual holiday charity concerts. Just really dope stuff. Operation Nourishment with Tony Lewis Jr., where we fed like hundreds and hundreds of homeless families and individuals, and gave out 187 free haircuts that day.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so we've covered a lot of ground in a very short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
During COVID, feeding the essential workers, first responders, home cooked meals when this thing first hit. We've been putting a lot of work in food banks,
Right.
for summer. We adopted a school, Turner Elementary in Southeast DC, where we were doing, supplying them with fresh produce and vegetables and all that good stuff, and recipes. And last Christmas, it was real dope for them. I miss that. I wish we could do that kind of stuff. I mean, we're still gonna do some things.
Right.
It's rough, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of people. So we're gonna mob up and do some things for the holidays too for some people. I'm not big on holidays, like celebrating of them, but I understand what it means to, like, to the kids and the ones who do celebrate,
Right.
So get just lighten the load for them.
All right, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I'd love to help out in any way I can. Sounds such like a great foundation. Definitely. Yeah. So, like, how can people find out what's going on with Raheem Devaughn? Like, what's your social media, foundation website, all that stuff?
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Raheem_Devaughn. You can follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/Raheem Devaughn, youtube.com/Raheem Devaughn. I'm also on Clubhouse at Raheem Devaughn. I'm not hard to find all over social media. I like to engage with the supporters. Right. And then of course, the new album, What a Time to Be in Love, produced by the colleagues, will be out on November 20th. It's available on all digital platforms now for pre-order. Enjoy the new single, Mr. Midnight, which is the follow-up single after Marvin Used to Say. And we also leaked a song called Twilight, which is available on digital platforms too, you can enjoy that too, while you waiting on the album to drop. We're also doing physical copies. We got an online CD store, and I'll be doing a lot of merch, bidding, auctions and stuff like that, as well as exclusive merch that I'll be doing kind of like hand to hand virtually through social media and stuff. Putting some pieces up and that type of thing. So, yeah.
All right. Wow. Looks like you got a lot going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate you taking the time out in your busy schedule. I know it was a lot today, so definitely thank you for joining the Junction.
Yeah.
So
thank you so much for having
me. Yeah, we appreciate you and appreciate the music that you've been making the past decades.
Yeah, thank you.